Hello and welcome back to another video in the hardware topic. Now, last lesson we looked at troubleshooting, where we looked at peripherals and a hard drive, an internal component, to figure out what was the fault and how to actually solve that problem. And we looked at some principles and some strategies to basically do that. Now, there is a saying that prevention is better than cure. And if we are able to maintain our peripherals, then we're going to have less problems in terms of troubleshooting, and that means less downtime, and we're able to get on with things. So what I want to do in this video is to go through some of the things that we can do with various peripherals and internal components to basically look after our computer. So let's do that now. The first one are printers. Now, printers are quite straightforward. All we need to do is to brush out the dust and small pieces of paper, and then of course to replenish those consumables such as paper and the ink cartridges or toner. The next one is scanners. Scanners are used to essentially input pictures into the computer, and they're normally flat bed scanners, but a lot of them can be scanners and printers, so you get the all-in-one. With scanners, what we need to do there is to clean that glass with warm water and mild detergent. And then of course we should be using a clean cloth to wipe the glass and the exterior part of the scanner. The next one are the keyboards. Now, with the keyboards, we should be using an artistic brush, just to brush away all the dust and crisps that you have been eating, and basically just brush it away. Don't use a Hoover, because you're going to be playing find the keys in the Hoover bag if you do that. So turning up your keyboard, giving it a brush is the best way to be able to get all that horrible stuff out between your keys. The next one are internal computer components. Now, whenever we start to do anything with internal computer components, we need this. And what we have here is an anti-static wrist strap. And the whole idea is to strap this to the frame of the computer and to strap this to our wrist. And what that means is that then we are grounded. So any static electricity that has been built up within us is not going to be transferred to those computer components like RAM, because that has a tendency to fry the components. So whenever we're doing any internal component stuff, i.e. we take the lid off the case, we really should be wearing an anti-static wrist strap. Again, in comes our very useful brush, and the brush is going to be used to clean the fans. Please don't use a damp cloth. Using a damp cloth near a motherboard and then turning it on, you're going to be finding you're needing to buy a whole new motherboard computer because you have gone and fried everything. So nothing damp goes near the internal computers. And then use utility software such as a defragmenter on your hard drive to allow that hard drive to read and write information much more quickly. Now, the next one is going to be software prevention measures. What we want to do here is to make sure that on our computer we do install our anti-malware and our antivirus. That anti-malware and antivirus software is run across the hard drive to make sure that all areas of all partitions, say, of the hard drive are antivirus and anti-malware free. We should also make sure that we have a regular update of our antivirus library, which can be done automatically. And then we obviously, for other reasons, we need to, let's say with our operating system, make sure that that is updated regularly in order to make sure that any security bugs or holes that have been found are filled by updating our operating system. We have other things which we can use for utility software. We have a disk check which looks for faulty sectors and essentially hems around the hard drive any faulty sectors so that data cannot be written to it. We have our firewall which is updated in order to prevent any hacking. Passwords should be protected to protect our sensitive information, and we really do need to back up our data regularly so that nothing is lost. So that would cover the software prevention measures. Finally, we have general prevention. And that would mean, like, especially for our laptops, we have our batteries are charged. When computers are not in use, especially within a school environment, so when the computers are being used either at the end of a lesson or at the end of a day, they really should be locked away. Within a classroom, cables should be tied away and off the floor so that feet cannot kick them. And anywhere we store computers, they should be away from any electric magnet fields, i.e. magnets. If we can do that, along with everything else we've got here by taking care of our printers, our scanners, keyboards, internal components, software prevention and general prevention, if we can be diligent in all of these things, then troubleshooting can be kept to a minimum and we can get on with what we need to do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.